How's it going, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here. We're at the 2014 10th Annual LA Amp Show, and I'm here with Brian Neunaber from Neunaber Audio Effects. Brian, I know we've had a chance to talk already. We met earlier in the week because I'm here hanging out with these guys all weekend long, but this is a pretty big day for you guys. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff going on.
Yeah, we've been preparing for this for quite some time.
So why don't we give everybody a rundown? Let's take it down to the pedal board and let's see exactly what we got going on.
All right, well, I guess let's start at the beginning here. We've got, here's our 3 mono pedals. The wet mono reverb's been out for a little while, but the mono Serraphim Shimmer is kind of new, and so is the Echelon Mono Echo. But let's move to what everyone is so excited about right now.
Yeah, everybody's excited. I know I am.
This is our entirely new version 2 stereo pedal line. We've updated all the stereo effects, and we've added the Serraphim Stereo Shimmer pedal. What's new about these is they will now go to 100% wet effect level. They have a soft foot switch now, which has a secondary function on some of the effects. So, for example, you can now use the have a tap tempo on your echo.
Very cool. I know that for me, the soft foot switch is going to be like a huge thing, just because pops and clicks are no good, especially when it comes to pro audio. For guitar stuff, I don't like it either, so I'm excited about that. What else is new?
Well, what is really exciting is that we now have added this expansion port, and this expansion port accesses several new functions that are built into the pedal. So we're coming out with this later in November. We'll have this EXP pedal, and this accesses the full set of functionality that you can get through the expansion port. So you have 3 expression inputs now. You can select between 4 programmable effects. All of those can be programmed in through Pedal Customizer software. And then each of those 4 effects has 2 presets that you can select between. A preset is how the knobs are set, the 3 knobs.
So basically, one of these size enclosures of any of your effects with one of the EXP units hooked up could essentially be 4 different effects if you wanted to in just one pedal. Am I correct?
That's it. That is correct, yes.
I think that's pretty exciting. I know I'm excited, especially, you know, pedal board real estate is one thing. I mean, your enclosures are so tiny, and, you know, the intuitiveness of just a knob that you turn. And what about this EXP? A little bit more on that for the folks out there, because they're going to want to know. There's some pretty unique stuff that you can do with this EXP unit as opposed to just presets. What's this preset morph thing that we got going on here?
So the preset morph is a jack where you can plug in an expression pedal, and you can morph between the 2 presets that you have set. So say you want a really short, bright reverb in one preset, and in the other preset you have a really long, dark reverb. You can morph between those seamlessly with your expression pedal.
Okay, very cool. Now, how about power? How does that work?
Well, it's completely powered by the pedal, so it doesn't require any power supply of its own. And you may have noticed, we actually have this plugged into all 5 of these pedals. And you don't see it under the board here. There's a little multi-port adapter. All it does is it parallels the connections. But what that means is you can plug one of these into as many Neunaber pedals, stereo pedals, that you have, and it'll control all of them simultaneously.
That's a lot of power. So we've talked enough. Why don't we hear how these guys sound? So let's do that. I think the first thing, let's at least go with the flagship, and let's experiment with that preset morph, and we'll do a couple different reverb presets. So we'll do exactly what you said. Let's do a short, bright, and then a long and dark. So let's do that. Okay, I think that that's pretty cool. The fact that you can use an expression pedal to just go between your two presets, that kind of brings a whole new idea to the idea of expressive effects, because I think most of us guitar players are used to the idea of using an expression pedal with our wahs and our univibes and for controlling certain parameters. What this is doing, it just seems like it completely brings on that whole new dynamic, expressive nature of those types of effects, where a certain passage could be highlighted with a certain preset. Something could be a little bit more subtle. I mean, I see endless possibilities for this personally. So I know that they read my mind. After I heard your guys' stuff at the Pedal Expo, I was completely sold. So you guys have read my mind, so I'm really excited about what's coming soon. And these are going to be available pretty much, they're available here at the show today.
We have a few available here at the show. Otherwise, they will be available on our website on October 15th.
And your website, of course, is?
Neunaber.net. That's
right.
Neunaber.
I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the video description below, and hopefully like in my hand right here, you know, because all the guys like to do this little thing. All right, guys. Well, Brian, I appreciate you allowing me to come hang out with you guys this weekend. I appreciate you guys coming to the LA Amp Show. Just one last question, if you don't mind. You guys came to the Pedal Expo, and you've been checking out the Amp Show. Why come to the LA Amp Show? What about the Amp Show is different than, say, doing the NAMM show or doing any sort of other trade show, so to speak?
Well, the AMP show is a great place for us to interact directly with customers. The NAMM show is primarily for people in the music industry, so there's not a lot of customers. But we like the show because we can talk to customers, get their immediate feedback, and that's really valuable for us when it comes to what should we be doing and now and in the future.
Well, I think it speaks for itself. The Pedal Expo sold me on Neunaber. Hopefully this and all that is coming out soon from Brian and the guys at Neunaber will sell you too. Thank you so much again, Brian, and be sure to stick here on my channel for more of the LA AMP show coverage. Until next time, guys, Sean Pierce Johnson. Cheers.